You're watching ESPN First Take.
Welcome back to ESPN First Take. It is Stephen A. Smith's birthday today, and I can't think of a better present to get him than to give him Skip Bayless.
Hi, Steve.
That's a pretty good gift, right?
How are you?
What's up, Skip?
Happy
I'm
birthday.
doing wonderful, man.
Yeah.
Thank you
this
so
is
much.
great.
Are you
I know
happy?
you're a little older than me now, and I wish you happy birthday.
I was just getting ready to say, you know what? As old as I am, I'm about half your age, so I always feel
really?
young, baby.
Your hairline
always
says
feel
differently.
I know, doesn't it?
That was my little present to you.
All right,
I got you. I appreciate it.
Let's serve up some debate here, guys. Let's talk about the Eagles and Redskins. Stephen A., we've been talking about this one already. Let's focus in on Michael Vick. Last week, Michael Vick, horrible game out there. We'll give you some of the numbers. A career worst 4 interceptions in that loss to the Bills. But last year against the Redskins, arguably the best game of his career, a 59-28 finish, 300 yards passing, 50 yards rushing, 4 passing touchdowns. So the question is, Stephen A., which Michael Vick is going to show up on Sunday?
Well, I anticipate that it's going to be somebody similar to that. And I'm not saying it's going to be that kind of a blowout. I was at that game last year, that Monday night massacre that took place in the nation's capital at FedEx Field. It was no question it was an annihilation. I don't anticipate that kind of outcome this Sunday, but I will say that I expect Michael Vick to wreak havoc. I expect him to run the football effectively. I expect him to open things up for LaShawn McCoy and the others. The Redskins have a solid defense. They can get up in you. They love to hit, and he doesn't need to be standing in that pocket getting hit by those boys. So I don't think that'll happen. I think as a result, he'll be considerably more mobile than he's been throughout the vast majority of this season. I think that's going to open things up for the Philadelphia Eagles offense, and I think they're going to put some points on the board, so I expect them to have a good day.
I love it when you say you were at the game, which sort of qualifies you to have more insight than I had, because I only saw it. No, wait, It wasn't even on television. Can you tell me what happened in that game? I didn't watch it.
Oh, please, it was Monday Night Football.
Oh,
Stop
thank
it.
you.
You were watching the game. You saw the game. You were talking about it.
I was talking about it, and I called it the most spectacular regular season performance ever. And even though I'm not the biggest Michael Vick fan, even though I remind you, what is he now, 1-6 in his last 7 starts, which is not very good, Stephen A. I'm going to go with you on this one. I think that Michael Vick just has something against that team in that stadium. I think he'll light them up again. I think we'll see much closer to the 59-point Vick than we've seen for the last, really, 12 games. Because I haven't seen that guy.
Stop the presses! Stop it right now! It definitely is my birthday. I just got on the show and you've already agreed with
I can't help it.
My Lord, I can't
picking
believe it. I am shocked.
Well, wait a second. You're the Eagles insider, and so I decided last night, as a birthday present, I am picking your Philadelphia Eagles to win at Washington against the vaunted one-loss Redskins, who did lose to the Dallas Cowboys, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. But I'm with you on this one.
The knowledge is rubbing off on you, Skip Bayless.
Vice versa.
I'm very, very proud of you.
Yes. Next question.
Wow, yeah. Thank you. Next question. Denver Post reported yesterday the Broncos are exploring the possibility of trading Brandon Lloyd. So this idea that Brandon Lloyd is on the trade block is what I'll throw out there. Does that help or hurt Tim Tebow, Skip?
Stephen A., I think this greatly helps Tim Tebow. There are those Tebow supporters who believe that the Broncos management is now trying to sabotage Tim Tebow by getting rid of the best receiver on the Broncos. I say that best receiver, Brandon Lloyd, would be more of a detriment to Tim Tebow. He's not a big Tebow fan. He is definitely a friend and supporter publicly of Kyle Orton. And I think they wanted to clear the decks, maybe even clear the air in the huddle for Tim Tebow. I think because they get Eddie Royal back and Demaryius Thomas back, that all of a sudden they want the rest of the receivers to reunite around Tebow. This is his team. This is his time. And I don't want to see Brandon Lloyd in the mix anymore.
Oh, Lord. Leave it to you to say something like that. It's unbelievable how ridiculous you can be sometimes. Let me say something to you, Skip Bayless. So now that Tim Tebow won the starting job in an NFL at the quarterback position because of a popularity contest and nothing else. Oh, that's not enough now. Now we've got to clear the deck and get rid of... exactly. I said that. I ain't stutter. I said it earlier this week. I'm going to say it again. He has no business being a starting quarterback in the NFL. It is an absolute joke. It is a disgrace. There is no reason for it. He didn't show up in practice. He didn't get it done. He didn't
Answer
produce.
the
That's
question.
the bottom line. Listen, I'm saying to you that when you look at Brandon Lloyd, we've got to clear the deck now. We've got to make sure, that the anointed one himself, Mr. Tim Tebow, has to have around people who believe in him and like him and to make him feel secure. What are we going to do next? We're going to bring Dr. Phil in Denver and give everybody a lecture and a sermon and make sure that they are on board with Tebow because, oh my God, Tim Tebow needs all the support that he can get. Far be it for him to have to actually go out on a field and produce and earn support that way. We've got to clear
you
the
mean
deck
like he
for him
has 4
first.
times? Is that what we're talking about?
Unbelievable.
Skippy doesn't have 4 wins in the NFL.
Okay, neither does Cam Newton have 4
I'm
wins.
talking about Cam Newton.
Okay, we're talking about Tim Tebow, who's played extremely well, not once, not twice, 3, 4 times. Stephen A., I know you don't watch a lot of NFL games, and by the way, we're not talking about Brandon Jennings, the point guard, the box here. We're talking about Brandon Lloyd. I just want to explain to you, he's actually a receiver for the Broncos. Can't run, great hands, get rid of him, contract year. Just get a late round draft pick, get him out of here, because he publicly talked about the Tebow thing, derogatory comment toward Tim Tebow. He's a young quarterback who needs to start fresh. They're going to run the ball a lot more than they have before because Tebow's going to run the ball a lot more than they have before.
Pause, Skip. You just accused him of saying something derogatory. What specifically are you talking about? The fact that he didn't earn the starting job? The fact that other guys outperformed him in practice and in the preseason? The fact that he's looking at it, he's the guy that's got to go out on that field. He's got to go over the middle. He's got to go out there and play with the quarterback, and he's thinking about the fact that, this dude hasn't earned the job that you all are giving him. Players are qualified to say that.
Brandon Lloyd has to go out there and drop the 2-point pass that would have tied the game at 26-all. That's what he has to do.
And lead the Broncos in receiving yards.
Okay, but what did he do? What would have happened if he had hung on to a pass that hit him right in the midst? It would have been 26-all, and the sky would have fallen on the San Diego Chargers. One of the best teams in the league.
Skip, may I educate you as somebody who actually goes to the game, as opposed to you who sit home and watch.
Goes to what game? The Knicks and the Celtics? Come on.
Excuse me. I'm at an NFL game every week. You're not paying attention. That's not my problem. It's not my problem. The point that I'm trying to make to you, Skip Bayless, is this. There's actually 60 minutes in a football game, okay? I mean, there's several plays, the time of possession, things of that nature, Skip. There's a myriad of plays that take place within the context of an NFL game. One play does not define a level of production. Tim Tebow, the totality of his production. You even pointed out how John Fox sat there and went like this. He's 1-4. I mean, we're 1-4. We're 1-4. What are you gonna do? Well, no ringing endorsement whatsoever because he knows that this boy ain't ready, and a popularity contest has forced the Denver Broncos organization to give Tim Tebow a job he does not deserve.
Really?
Period.
What happened when he walked on the field last Sunday, Stephen A. Smith? What happened?
He looked nice. He looked good. He looked good.
Now you're admitting
One
it.
game? What do you want? He looked good.
Did the energy change in the huddle and on the field? Is there a new bounce in the step of all the Denver Broncos on defense and offense because of Tim Tebow, a gamer, a leader, a winner? Yes.
Didn't win the game, though.
Well, Brandon Lloyd dropped the 2-point pass, so we would have had a tie game instead of a game that was teetered on a 5-point game.
Stop it. You're ridiculous.
No, I'm not, because he got the ball in the end zone.
You got first take. I love the fact that you got first take right here because you have nowhere to hide. Now that he's the quarterback, he's the starting quarterback, and defenses are going to have a full week to prepare for this guy. I love the fact that you are on first take because you can't
nowhere to hide a year ago. The end of the last year, he scored 24 points in the second half to beat Houston 24-23. Where were you that
Houston
Sunday?
defense was
Where
horrible
were
last
you?
year.
You
Houston
were
defense was
hiding.
horrible last year. Houston defense was horrible last year. They were a joke
He's a
last year.
rookie
They didn't have
quarterback
great
starting for a
defensive
3-10 team. Are you kidding me?
All right.
And they were an AAU team. They were an AAU team defensively. Stop it. Houston was horrible last year. Stop it. You don't bring them
They don't
up.
have AAU in football.
Stephen A.,
Sorry.
we're going to move on. We're going to move on. You're going to love this one. This really
Pop
is my
Warner.
birthday gift to you.